You see all these files, these 49 videos? They are slowly making their way into this folder. And what specifically these are the missing 2018 vlogs that have not yet managed to get to the backup drives. But it's finally happening. And it just feels really freaking good, man. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday. Today's been a good day. It's been busy. Breakfast stream, Pikmin, and then disc only tonight. And I got to tell you, nothing compares to the feeling of watching the 2018 videos be put into permanent storage. It's a great feeling. Quick recap, because I understand that some people are new here. I want to make sure that you're not lost. Let me give you just a little piece of information. I've been doing vlogs for a long time. 14 years next month. Oh my God. Anyway, I've been doing daily vlogs for a long time. And occasionally, over the years, there will be moments in time where I get a little behind. It's just a reasonable thing for a project of this magnitude that's been going on this long. However, there was one time where I got really far behind, like to the tune of 6 months. And that sucked a lot. That was not good. And it got to be where it was honestly very depressing to work on, because I was working on videos and releasing videos that were from months ago, and they weren't, it's not that they weren't necessarily relevant, because it was just kind of telling the story of my life and what was going on, but obviously people are far more interested in knowing what's going on like in present day. And it was, just kind of a downer to work on, so I decided that I would split the timeline. And I just jumped ahead to present day and started releasing videos in present day with the idea that at some point I would get back to working on 2018. I would get back and finish the 6 months worth of videos that I was missing. So I did. And it took me 5 years to do that. It was this year. It was earlier in 2023 that I finally released the last of the 2018 vlogs. Because I had split the timeline on June 1st, so I was trying to finish up all the way through May 31st, and I released May 31st's vlog earlier this year. And as a result, every year I back up everything that we've done onto hard drives, 2 hard drives for redundancy's sake, just so we have everything that we've made like somewhere. And I had to dig out the 2018 drives to put the finished files on there because I needed to do that. Some of you might be saying, well, Stephen, you did that earlier this year. You finished the 2018 timeline earlier this year. Why wasn't this on the drive then? I didn't have to do it yet, so I just kind of let it sit around. But I recently had to get the drives out because we do fan favorites every year, which is the look back video where viewers get to submit like their favorite things that happen in a year. We take all those favorite moments and we do like a super cut of it. And we do those every year, and we never did one for 2018 because the vlogs weren't done. And Dan is getting ready to edit the 2018 fan favorites video, and he needed the video. So I had to dig out the 2018 drives to pull all the videos off. And I was like, well, if I'm doing that to give Dan all of these videos, I might as well use this opportunity to put the ones that I finished onto these drives. So after all this time, and it's so wild to think about because, like, again, these drives were finished in 2018, like at the end of the year, I guess in early 2019, like I finished using these drives, had everything on them aside from the missing 2018 vlogs, and I put them away. And to dig them out years later to finally actually finish it is just a weird feeling. But it's a good feeling. It's also, there's something about interacting with the 2018 vlogs in any way, like even as simple as this, even as just like giving stuff to Dan or putting them on the backup drives, there's something that is so cautionary for me to like never ever let this happen again. Like, always be so careful. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't take on too many projects, because like getting 6 months behind is a big deal. And, you know, I think to someone that doesn't know like the whole story, it can sound like, well, how on earth did you let that happen? And like, there's multiple reasons. I mean, there was a lot of like real life stuff that got in the way. I was also working on so many other projects at the time. Like I was doing a lot of other video projects, things that were like very involved, that took so much of my time. And, you know, in hindsight, it's like, well, Steven, you were working yourself to death. No wonder you couldn't keep up and, you know, started to fall behind on this stuff. And it's I very much view it as cautionary, because, you know, I look back at this and I'm like, I know the feelings that I was feeling, like while I was editing some of these, and some of it you can just like when you watch the vlogs, you just know, like I'm talking about everything I have to do, and it's just too much. So like, I'm glad that it's over with. I'm glad that it's a part of my life that's done. But also, I really took away some lessons from it in a big way. And I am so much more careful now with how I utilize my time, because I just never, ever want to go back to that feeling of like, oh, I'm behind. Oh, I've been behind for 2 years, for 3 years. I'm still working on like I hate that. That was so bad. And honestly, a similar thing happened too. I've really dealt with this twice in my life, haven't I? Oh God. Because one of the reasons that this got behind was Fallout, because that didn't help. And Fallout got super behind too. Yeah. Anyway, I'm doing better now, but I am not perfect. And even though I've learned a lot of lessons about work-life balance and like trying to be careful about how much I take on, don't bite off more than I could chew. Like I'm aware of that. I am always susceptible to this, because in my inner core, like I know that this is who I am. So it's like there's a voice that just wants to do things, and it's not that the voice ever got any less loud. It's that I had to do a better job of like quelling it and being like, shut up. Don't. We've been down this road. We know how this ends. We know that this is not going to work. You have to just chill. And I guess that's what adulthood is. It's just trying to get a better handle on the things that you don't do as well, your inadequacies, your short-sightedness, and to try and do better. And I'm trying to do better. A lot of people were really concerned when I said that I was going to do Starfield. And it's because, yeah, there's a lot of parallels to like Skyrim and Fallout and things that took years and years and years. But I have handled that in like a really healthy way. I do 1 stream a week, 3 episodes in that stream, and I don't even edit them. I've handed that over to Dan, which was a big thing for me. And like, it's a different series. It's a different time in my life. It's a different series, and I'm doing better about being healthy with that. But yeah, I'm never going back to this. I'm not. And like I said, I still got learning to do, but I've also learned a lot. I've learned a whole lot. Anyway, that's it. You can see I have the boxes on the ground there for the backup drives. Backup 1 and backup 2. I had to find the things. Once Dan is done with with making the 2018 fan favorites, that will also go onto these drives. And then, unless I need something, I'll never have to get these drives back out. It's just storage. And good. I don't have to think about this again. Someday in the far off future, and I know that I always have people that bring this up anytime I show this stuff off, they're like, you're gonna have to come up with a different storage solution. It's good that I have redundancy, but also all the drives are here, so if there was ever like fire or anything, God forbid, like that would be bad. So like I probably need to deal with some sort of cloud solution. But that is going to be for another day. For another day. For now, thanks for watching. Be excited for 2018 fan favorites. Stan's working on it. And let's meet back tomorrow, shall we? And don't bite off more than you can chew. That's easier said than done, I know, but just pause before you choose to do something. You'll thank yourself later.